Welcome to Easysoft document training. In this video, I'll show you how to edit a system template to make it specific to your firm. I'll also review how to add your own document to the software. For both scenarios, you'll be able to field the documents to autofill information directly from the file. Once you've opened your software, you're going to click on Real Estate Docs in the lower left. We're going to start under System Templates under the Common Documents. And I'm going to go into Contracts today and use a purchase and sale as an example. So this might be complete for your firm, but you might want your firm name at the top. You might want the address as well. So we can go ahead and we're going to edit this and add that information in. So you'll want to make sure that you've highlighted your document. We're going to click Edit in the upper left, and it's going to notify you, are you sure you want to edit the base template? Yes. You'll now be brought to a separate screen where you'll be able to see all of the fields that can be pulled in from case data and the closing disclosure. I'm going to minimize these so you can see specifically all of the sections you have to choose from. So today what I want to do is, I'm very happy with this purchase and sale agreement. I just want to add in my firm name at the top and possibly the firm address at the bottom. So I'm going to go under the firm section here, and I'm going to choose firm header. I'm going to highlight the field I want, place my cursor into the document, and then use the insert field option in the upper left. So you'll see now firm header is now populated into this document. And I might want to scroll down to the bottom and I could add a footer with the address or the name and address of the firm as well. So I'll go ahead and do that. I can center it. I can also change alignment in this document. I can move stuff around. Again, you can make it your own. That's why we allow you to edit the documents this way. So I'm just going to do, let me just do firm address to see what happens here. Perfect. It might push down to another page, so we might need to work on that alignment as well. So I'm actually going to remove a field here. I'm going to move this down so I can add in my firm name. Actually, I could do it this way. We do have firm and address horizontal. So let's see. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to actually remove this one. And then it's just going to show that information at the bottom of the last page. So once I'm happy with all of the changes, and again, you can edit anything you need to in this document, you want to make sure you click on the save option. If you don't click save, that information is not going to show in that document. It's just going to be your normal system template. And once we click save, it's going to actually populate under user templates. So you can rename it if you'd like, leave it the same, and then you just click save. It's automatically going to open up where your templates are saved, so you don't need to toggle through that information unless you've moved your files to a server. I'm just going with what the default is when the software is installed on a user's computer. So once that's saved, I'm clicking close. I'll see at the top, O'Brien and Associates. And then at the bottom, oh, my address is not filled in. So this is something specific to the information filled in within the software. So what we want to do is we want to make sure when we go to tools and default settings that all of the firm information is filled in, because that's where it's going to pull from. If you are happy with this, you'll be able to utilize this going forward on any of your closings. You'll see user templates and then purchase and sale. This is the one you want to use specific to each closing going forward. If you were to go back to this purchase and sale, you'll see that it's just the default without the firm information at the top. So that was just editing a system template that we've offered to you. What we can do now is add in your own document that you might have been working on. So I have a buyer retainer that I have set up on my own computer, and I would like to add this into the software. So it's very easy. You just want to open up your document in Word, and we're going to have to save it as a rich text format, .rtf format. This is the only way it's going to be read by the software. It's very important that you save it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to browse, and again, I'm going to the default of where my templates are saved. So I'm going to open up my Easysoft data on the C drive, and I know that I'm working in EasyCDF. I'm going to open up the templates folder. See, here's my purchase and sale that we've just added. And I'm going to click save and save my buyer retainer into there. Make sure you close out your document once you're done, because you'll receive an error otherwise, because it'll say it's in use. So let's say you've had your software open. We don't see that buyer retainer. We have to click refresh, and it's going to show us our buyer retainer right here. Wonderful. Now I want to edit this. It's the same thing. We're going to edit. Are you sure you want to edit the base template? Yes, I do. I'm in my edit screen. And what I've done is I put capital X in sections that I know I want to field, so I don't have to worry about it every time I'm doing a closing. So this agreement dated, and this is going to be today's date. So I'm going to click today's date. Remember to highlight that. I'm actually going to put my cursor in here, and I'm going to insert the field. Okay, this agreement dated today's date is made between, and this is going to be the buyer. Now, what you can do, dependent upon if you have two buyers, if you have one buyer, what we can do is we can do buyer names, and this will pull in both names, and it'll have a separator of and in between. You don't have to worry about typing that separately or editing it each time for each closing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, remove my X, I've highlighted and insert. Okay, so it's made between the buyer names with and as a separator if there are two buyers. If not, that and will not be there. And then we're going to do and concerns of the real estate property located at, and now we want the property address. Here we go, property. So we're going to do, you can, again, this is your own document that you're fielding out. I'm just going to do property full address horizontal. Horizontal just means it's just typed in as a sentence. If you want it vertical for one reason or another, like we could do that in certain sections, and it'll just say like the street address underneath the city and the state and then the zip code. So I'm just going to do full address horizontal. Okay, I've highlighted that. Take my marker out. I've used the capital X as a marker, and then I'm going to insert property full address horizontal. Okay, And then at the bottom of this, I actually want the buyer's signatures. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the just buyer name 1 and then buyer name 2. And in the case that there is no second buyer, we don't have to worry about that. So let's see, buyer name 1. And then this will be, this is where you're going to get into needing to fix the alignment with stuff like this. So you'll see my buyer name 2 went down. I'm going to pull it back up this way. Again, this is stuff that you know, just little things that you're going to need to edit as you go along. And then I filled everything in. Other things in here, the billing rate will be a certain amount per hour. This is something that you're going to have to fill in per closing. So it might not pull in a field from the closing itself. So there are still going to be fields you have to type in manually, but this is going to save you a lot of time with your forms coming out of the software. So once I'm happy with what I've added in, and I've made sure I've added in all of my markers, no more capital X's, I'm just going to hit save. And then I'm going to close it out. Okay. And then, for example, you'll see here, we're not in an actual closing right now, but this agreement dated 9/27/2020. And it's actually just pulling in today's date automatically. So you'll see that the fielding did work properly. And I can actually open, let me just open the document here, and then we can take a look at what it looks like. Here we go. Oops. Perfect. Okay, so I had to refresh that like I did earlier to show the document we added in. And once you've edited your document, if you want to double check, pull up an old closing, and you can make sure the information is actually pulling in properly. So this agreement dated, this was today's date, and John Davis, obviously there's one buyer. Remember, we did do buyers names, and then if there were 2, it would be separated by and then the address here, property address, and here's John Davis's name. So this is how you add in your documents. This is straightforward. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to support. You can always contact us at our community site, and it's community.easysoft-usa.com. Thank you so much.